Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Donald Trump says the ceasefire with Iran is on life support after rejecting Tehran's latest proposal to end the conflict, calling it totally unacceptable. Iran's foreign ministry has accused Washington of making unreasonable demands to end the war, while Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf warned that Tehran is prepared to respond to any aggression, saying any future response would surprise the United States. Iranian government spokesperson Fatemeh Mohajerani stated that Iran's fingers are on the trigger, but emphasized that the country remains committed to sustainable peace and diplomacy, guided by honor, wisdom, and national interest. The latest developments have raised concerns over regional stability as diplomatic efforts continue behind closed doors. Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan has reaffirmed Ankara's support for Pakistan's mediation efforts aimed at ending the US-Israel conflict with Iran. Fidan said the Strait of Hormuz crisis has had a severe global impact and stressed the urgent need for an immediate end to hostilities. He also condemned Israel's expansion policies in Lebanon and Gaza, highlighting growing civilian suffering across the region. Meanwhile, Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani warned that the crisis has significantly restricted maritime movement, describing the Strait of Hormuz as being used as a weapon with serious economic consequences for Gulf countries and international trade. The Wall Street Journal reports that the United Arab Emirates allegedly targeted an oil refinery on Iran's Lavan Island during the conflict, causing a major fire and temporary shutdown of operations. According to the report, the strike took place in early April as President Donald Trump was preparing to announce a ceasefire, with claims that Washington quietly welcomed UAE involvement. The report further alleges that Iran responded with ballistic missile and drone strikes on the UAE and Kuwait, carrying out nearly 2,800 attacks on Emirati territory. Analysts say the conflict has triggered major economic disruption across the Gulf region and forced several countries to reconsider security and defense policies amid growing instability. Back in the United Kingdom, the Labour Party is facing a deep political crisis following a major setback in local elections, placing Prime Minister Keir Starmer under mounting pressure. Reports suggest senior cabinet figures, including David Lammy and Shabana Mahmood, have urged Starmer to resign, while more than 70 members of parliament are said to have called for him to step down. Several parliamentary aides have also resigned, adding to turmoil within the party. Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper has reportedly advised an orderly transition of power as an emergency cabinet meeting is expected to determine Starmer's political future. Labour is reported to have lost more than 1,400 council seats, with inflation and immigration emerging as key voter concerns. For more on developments in the United Kingdom, we go live to our correspondent James Wood in London.
Thank you, Chris. Political pressure on Prime Minister Keir Starmer continues to intensify following Labour's heavy losses in local elections across England. Senior party members are increasingly concerned about declining public confidence, particularly over rising living costs and immigration policies. Reports from Westminster indicate that emergency discussions are underway among cabinet ministers to avoid a wider leadership crisis. Analysts say the coming days will be critical in determining whether Starmer can maintain control of the party or if Labour will move toward a leadership transition before the next national election.
Thank you, James Wood in London. Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif says she never abandoned her father during difficult times and faced every challenge with courage. Speaking at a ceremony in Lahore, she said she was punished for crimes she did not commit but remained fearless, even during imprisonment. She added that despite extremely harsh prison conditions and intense heat inside her jail cell, she never complained. Maryam Nawaz also reaffirmed a zero-tolerance policy against harassment of women and said the Punjab government is working to make the province safer. She announced further improvements to digital reporting systems aimed at protecting complainants' privacy and strengthening confidence in the justice process. In Balochistan, a meeting chaired by Chief Minister Sarfaraz Bugti reviewed issues faced by young people sent abroad under employment programs. Concern was expressed over delays caused by certain firms, with authorities ordering strict action against those responsible. Sarfaraz Bugti stated that government jobs cannot be provided to every young citizen, adding that technical education and skill development will now be prioritized to improve employment opportunities both nationally and internationally. He also directed reforms in vocational training institutions and called for the introduction of modern, market-based training programs to better prepare young people for global job markets. And finally, the Punjab government has approved the establishment of a local artificial intelligence platform along with the government GPU cloud project to strengthen digital governance. Officials say the initiative will allow large language models to be hosted and trained locally with support for Urdu and regional languages. Secure AI sandbox environments will also be provided to government departments and universities to support innovation and research. Authorities say the project aims to modernize public services, reduce dependence on foreign cloud infrastructure, and improve national data security standards as Pakistan moves toward a more technology-driven governance system. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.